Recording. Hello, hello. Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
Hi. How you doing? I'll give everyone a minute.
we missed you in Cabo, Kendra.
Yeah, I miss being in Cabo too. That would have been fun, but I wasn't
Next
able to make it.
next year.
Next year, for sure.
I think this year was the best year it's ever been for us.
Really?
It was really good.
Sorry, I missed.
Not to make you bummed, but it was really
Yeah.
good.
Good fun-wise or learning-wise, or both?
Oh no,
Oh,
not the sun part by any means. No, the learning
I
part for
said fun.
sure.
The fun part.
I thought you said sun. No, I mean honestly, it was. I mean the learning part. The speakers this year it was just really, really good. Oh, speaking of that, I need to get my notes out.
yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. That's what I am doing. I couldn't remember what Rick Jiha said, that one thing, but I really liked it, and I can't find the picture of it.
Um,
Really bummed.
I took a picture. I think of almost everything that he did. Let me look.
Hmm, hmm, hmm.
I need to put my glasses on. My eyes are not working well today. Hold on. Well, while I'm looking for that, we
Okay.
can go ahead and get started. Oh, I do need it. I need to add. You know what? We'll have to cover that. Because I forgot I didn't email him. He was going to send us the presentation deck, and I took a screen. I took a picture of it to remind myself, and I just remembered right now.
Oh, you
Um,
talked about which one?
uh, a Rob Flick.
Oh, Rob, yeah.
Oh, you were talking about Gene Frederick?
No, I was talking about Rick Jiha. Something he said
No,
in that.
Rick Jihad. Oh, you mean in the video?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, um, no, I don't know. I must not have. Yeah, I must not have taken a
Hmm.
picture of it. Sorry, I'm just looking. All right, well, we can go ahead and get started. Um, Jeff, do you want to kick it off?
Oh, okay.
Well, we're just gonna, well, sorry, I'm a little all over the place today. We're going to cover kind of the highlights of our of Cabo. I was hoping that Sasha would come on too. All right. Oh, that's fine. So Jeff, do you want to go first?
Yeah, so I'm just going to go over some notes. And let's see. Uh, they talked about, the right room. The right room can change the world, right? About really about you being in the right room, being in the right room, surrounding yourself around the right people. Um, and it's also about who's not in the room. Like, learning, kind of how to say no and not be with the wrong people, as bad as that sounds. But I mean, it's true. I mean, I was telling people at the event, I was trying to surround myself by people that are doing much better than me, right? I want to be the dumbest guy in every room because that's what's going to help me grow. Um, they talked about being vulnerable, um, with yourself, your feelings, being vulnerable and open, sharing your breakthroughs, um, and then well, taking notes from your notes. Like when you go to an event, make sure that you're taking notes from your notes. Don't just, put your notes away and not do anything. Have some action items actually send an email to yourself or your assistant or whoever it is to actually implement something versus, having it in your notes and thinking, I'll talk about it later because later usually never happens. Let's see. That one priceless conversation, and I think I feel like I had a few priceless conversations at different times with someone, whether it be at the pool or standing at the bar at the pool. I mean, literally, it was very draining. I know that, we talked about fun earlier in this call. It was fun, but there was, for as much fun as we had a lot of just work and a lot of it's very draining mentally because there was so much going on, so much to take in. Um, Successful people have one thing in common: hunger, not intelligence. I wrote that down because it's so true. I mean, when you have a big why and you're very hungry for something, that's going to get you a lot further than intelligence, quite frankly. And there were a lot, like Rob Flick was up on stage. I mean, he's our number one in the company. And the guy, how many million, was it $10 million in a year he made? Or what was it a year, Kelly? I think it was a year, right?
I think so.
Yeah, he made $10 million last year in revenue share, right? But he's got fired from every one of his jobs. Um, he's just a regular guy, right? But he's hungry. He's hungry, hungry, hungry. High energy. We had Ed Milet, I think it was, that talked about energy and health, and we had another guy, I don't remember John's last name, but we had a couple people just really health nuts. And I'm not really into that. Kelly will tell you, be the first to tell you. But high energy, and which I have a little bit of high energy, but I need more, right? I'd love to have double my energy, but high energy equals high performance. Low energy equals what? Anybody tell me? Low performance, right? So you gotta have high energy. And again, that's why you prospect in the morning. You do all the hard stuff in the morning because that's when you have more energy, and energy equals high performance. Um, in the afternoon, your energy is lower, and that equals low performance. So it's funny, a lot of this stuff I already know and I hear, but it's just like I just have to hear it over and over again for it to finally sink into my thick head. Um, Go execute one thing at a high level. One thing. Just pick out one thing. Don't we all, self-included, try to do so many different things at once, but just pick one thing and execute it, right? And ready, fire, aim, right? Fire, get it out there, and then make those in-flight adjustments once it's done. Next one I have is you cannot fix what you will not face, right? So you have to face your fears, you have to face different things in order to fix them. Otherwise, they'll never get fixed. Proximity. I talked about this just a minute ago. I think it's kind of the same thing. I wrote down proximity will change your life. Proximity will change your life. You hang around the right people, right? Talk about the right things, bring the right things into your business. It will change your life. Revenue share is one thing I can think of, right? My proximity to agents and actually reaching out to them and having a conversation with them, that it's changed my and Kelly's life. This next one's big. And you hear this all the time, or at least I do with the circles I'm in, but major decisions are made at major events, right? I saw it time after time after time at these Cabo events, at the Build events, at the EXPCon events. When you invite an agent, there are agents at EXP that invited an agent and took it a step further, said, hey, I will pay your airfare and your hotel if you come to this event. That's how confident I am that you will just love what you have to hear, right? And when they come, I would say 95% of them, before they even leave, because everybody I met that was not with EXP was like, oh yeah, I'm joining. I wasn't joining when I got on the plane to come here, but I'm in, man. I can't wait to join. So major decisions are made at major events. Information with emotion. That's really important. I know if you watch Brent Gove, a lot of you don't know, he's kind of been out of the scene lately. What the heck's his name, Kelly, with all the energy in our upline, our leadership?
Pat Hayes.
Pat Hayes, yeah. Pat Hayes, oh my gosh. He delivers EXP information. The story, it's all about the story that's in my note. But having stories to share with people about how this person went from here to here and how they did it and how EXP helped them. It's so impactful, right? Information with emotion, have emotion. My emotion is right now, I get chills talking about EXP. I get chills when I know I helped somebody. When someone came to EXP, they're like, Jeff, thank you so much for you helped me and my family so much. It's just incredible. Um, let's see, you don't have energy, you generate energy, right? So you don't have it, you generate it. And that's something where it's you that generates the energy. It doesn't just come from, drinking a cup of coffee or an energy drink. Uh, if I go too long, let me know, Kelly. In the beginning, you make your habits. In the end, your habits make you. Again, in the beginning, you make your habits. In the end, your habits make you. I like that one too. And these are some of Kelly's, I'm sure. I'm probably going to steal all the thunder. I didn't take that many notes. She took more than me. So, life is between letters B as in boy. Actually, life is between letters B as in born and D as in die. The day that you were born and the day that you die. So life is between those two letters, the day that you were born, the day that you die. Let your learning lead to action, right? Again, make sure you don't just learn, put it in action. That's really important. Um, it's your obligation to be optimistic. It's your obligation to be optimistic. I don't know what every desert meant. Every desert. I'm not sure. Maybe I just didn't finish that line. Um, struggle upward for a worthwhile cause, right? If it wasn't worthwhile, it wouldn't be a struggle, right? So you've got to just face the struggle, right? And do it. And that's going to bring you and your life up. The definition of joy is that you have contentment and peace. The definition of joy is that you have contentment and peace. Oh, a lot of these actually, I'm sorry, a lot of these came from Brent Gove. This was
Yeah,
in a
that was in our yeah.
Yeah, this is all stuff from a private session of there was probably 30 people in the room with Brent Gove. Kelly and I were two of those 30. So yeah, you guys are getting some stuff that even people at the event did not get. Um, pray to God for a dream, right? Pray to God for a dream, like your life. What's your dream? Pray to God for that. Brett is pretty religious. I found out. I didn't know how religious he is, but he's pretty religious. Like we blessed our food on the 130-foot yacht that we were on the one day with only about less than 100 people on Brent Gove and his wife. All right, design a plan, graph the plan to execute. So design a plan and then graph that plan to execute. Partner up, meet weekly, right? Partner up with anybody in your business. Meet weekly, right? We do that more often than that. We're partnering up every morning on the huddles. Declare and share your dream, right? Put it out there on social media or whatever you do. Share it, because once you've shared it, you've really got that commitment that now you've got to reach because you've shared it. Oh, and this last one I really like. I realized I was totally broke and I have all the money in the world. I realized I was totally broke and have all the money in the world. So those are my notes from I believe that was from day one, and I've got some more. But Kelly, first of all, does anybody have any questions or comments about any of that I said? No, I hope at least some of it was helpful for you all. Miss Kelly, you want to go?
Um, yeah, so I think I mentioned in the huddle this morning, that 2024, there was the lowest sales since 19, hold on. They said it 19,
Was it
Leo
nice?
said it, everyone said it, 1990, where is it at? It was in the 90s. Oh, 1995. Oh, finally found it. Um,
95, okay.
yeah, so it's the lowest sales since 95. So, um, that's, important to kind of reflect on your previous, year and kind of what you're going to be doing differently. That this is Bill Pipes, but um, you know, thinking is believing. So really create your like how you want to be portrayed and how you like what your plan is. So behaviors equals people plus environment. So the people that you put in your life are, make sure that they're quality people. That way um, they help you grow versus holding you back. And that's been, I think, really kind of a thing I've been focusing on the past couple of years. Uh, and then don't do it alone. I think that we say this all the time, but every single speaker said don't do it alone. So, like, if you're looking to grow your organization, which everyone at EXP really should be, just because of what kind of company and leadership we have. But, getting someone else involved, even if it's just an initial three-way phone call, and not a Zoom, get someone involved and just make it a point. That's what our leadership is here for. Um, and we talked to Sean Long about this a lot when we were with him and Sasha outside is, you know, you don't EXP all over them. You need to be genuine and you need to build rapport. And that was a big thing as well that they discussed is building rapport with people and get to know them, right? Don't EXP all over them. They're never gonna listen to you. But build rapport that with them and actually care and get to know them and their business, and then they're going to start asking you questions. So that was a pretty big one. Um, Girls with Grit. I don't know if anyone ever follows them. They're pretty big now with EXP, like just active with the organization, like the whole organization. But being known beats being good. So make yourself known. Don't hide yourself. Identify your authentic strengths. Um, there's so much stuff. Uh, Leo was amazing. Leo's always amazing. I don't know if anyone who enjoys. I'm going to take a break for a minute. Who enjoys listening to Leo? Does anyone on this call listen to Leo besides Jeff and I? If you don't, you need to start listening to him. He is amazing. Like he is someone that I can just gravitate to and listen to. We have such great leadership right now that this is but he was on the stage for literally 20 minutes and I took 2 pages of notes. Um so instead of thinking you win some, you lose some, you win some, you learn some. So like that failed transaction, Jeff,
That's from Rick Jiha. Say it again. That's from,
no, that was from Leo.
oh, was it Leo? Oh, go say it again. That's a, yeah.
Or was it Rick?
Say it
I don't
again.
know. At this point, I don't know.
Whoever it was, I love it.
You
Say it again.
okay, but so instead of saying you win some, you lose some, say you win some, you learn some,
Right.
so that way, reflecting on that transaction or reflecting on that client, don't have the mindset of losing, have the mindset of learning from that event, that transaction, whatever it may be. That was really powerful. Uh, there's a lot coming up with EXP, so I feel we have a lot of momentum coming up. Co-sponsorship is coming up. Nothing I can really talk about right now, but it's really exciting. Um, and then something else that Leo said was start with the end in mind. So don't start with the beginning, but start with the end in mind. Like, what do you like? what do you want to accomplish in your life, and focus on that, what you want to live for, really, um, and value your time. He every day, like if you're in town in Miami and you want to have dinner with him, he'll say no. But if you want to have lunch or breakfast with him, he'll say yes, because his evenings are specifically for his family. Every evening, and that's huge because he has made that decision that I am going to be there for my kids and my wife, and that's what he wants, right? So he makes a point to make that known, um, and learn to say no. Don't say yes to everything. uh, Last but not least, who Spring, I can't pronounce her last name.
Here, go ahead and talk.
Benson.
I'll put it up on the
Yes,
screen.
thank you. Who knows her? Okay, so if anyone can leave an organization of 3,300 plus people at Real and come to EXP with no one, well, I mean, she came with a small group. If she can do that, that means any of you on this call can build an organization. So I guess there's enough realtors out there that everyone can build an organization. It just depends on what kind of effort you want to put in. And she was awesome. I actually want to look into her. She does something called Spring Break every year, and something I'd like to look into for next year. It's a mastermind. But what's up, Jeff?
I was gonna say what amazed me about Spring is and Kelly said she had 3,300 people. That was $1 million a year in revenue share. And she was at Real. She left Real to come to EXP. So she took some huge steps backwards. But she knows, by looking at our business model and more so the people at our company, she knows that she's going to do much better here. And one thing I want to show you is here's some text that she shared that she wasn't sure if she was supposed to share or not, but one's from Leo Pareda, our CEO, one's from Kyle Whistle, he's a big agent down in San Diego, California, and then Veronica Figueroa is the agent that brought Spring over here. But I mean, it's just nothing about EXP, just hey, how you doing? Just regular, like loving on her, basically, right? And that is one of the biggest reasons why she came over.
Yeah, she
So
said she came over because of the leadership and what she feels that EXP is on their way to do, like to become. And I feel that that was really powerful. Um, but she did say, I just lost my train of thought. Oh, she goes back to rapport, like, and don't be afraid. Like, if there's a big fish you want to go after, don't be afraid. Like Veronica hardly knew Spring. She picked up the phone and said, would you be open-minded for a conversation? Can I take you to lunch? And Spring said, sure. And Veronica flew in to Utah from Puerto Rico to take her to lunch. And that right there is just, I mean, look at how powerful that is. So, would you be open-minded for a conversation? I guess remember that. Don't ask about EXP. Would you be open-minded for a conversation? So, that's it. I probably have more, but that's enough. I don't need to
I want
dump
to
anymore.
I'm going to share this screen here. This is one of her slides, Springs. So these are really important facts. Value-driven education, okay? Position yourself as the go-to expert, right? Teach sales, marketing, and mindset strategies. And then example, short form video, carousels, Instagram, Facebook posts, right? That's what really, makes people, agents out there in the agent world, see you as a leader when you're doing things like that, right? Lifestyle and leadership, show what life looks like in your downline. Behind the scenes leadership and culture. Agents want to be part of something bigger. And that's one thing that I don't think I said yet, but agents don't leave companies, they leave communities, right? So if the company they're at, they don't like the community, or they don't feel like the culture is right, or they're not getting enough attention, they'll leave and go somewhere else. So it's important, to know that agents want to be a part of something bigger. Social proof and testimonials, success stories sell more than anything else. So, talking about EXP and all the things it has when you're attracting agents isn't really the best way to go unless it's, something that, they're struggling with at their current company, and you have something that EXP can help them. That's when you talk about it. But stories are much better. And even if it's not your story, there's just a story that you know about Jeff or Kelly or Rob Flick or anybody like that. But in order to pick up these stories, guys and gals, you need to be active and go to these events and listen to these people, because you can easily take their story and use it in your attraction. And stories are great. Let's see, let me see if I have anything else on Spring. Oh, this is, events. Spring started out doing events that where nobody was there, right? But she just was consistent, had the event weekly, and had the event, and it got bigger and bigger, and then of course got up to 3,300 agents, right? That's huge. Like that's Kelly and I are only at close to 400. I mean, she's she's incredible, and she's a mom and all these other things. So I just wanted to make sure I shared all that with you. And then Rob Flick, since I'm sharing my screen already, Rob Flick is the one I said that, I mean, he got fired from every job he had, but he's got right now, I believe about 18,000 agents. Last year he did 10 million in revenue share. I mean, that is insane, right? So that's it. Questions or anything from anything Kelly and I said? No?
Everyone's so quiet.
Oh, well, thank you for those of you with their cameras on, because that helps. Sometimes I wonder if they can hear. Let's see. What else? Is there anything else? Anybody? Kelly, do you have anything else? As far as
Um,
that?
no, I think, let me look. I think that's it. I'll share the Rob Flick presentation and video.
Oh, I have something. Bill Pipes was there, and here's a couple things from Bill Pipes that were noteworthy for me. 4 to 6. So interest rates. When interest rates drop, I've never heard this before. When interest rates drop 1%, for every 1%, 4 to 6 million buyers join the market. So when we go from 7% to 6%, 4.4 to 6. So let's just call it 5 million buyers join the market for every 1% drop in interest rate. That's huge. That's so huge. There will be an 18 to 24 month run in real estate coming, right? So I know that we had a bad year last year, volume wise, not us individually, but the real estate market, just number of sales was low, lowest it was since Kelly said 1995. But we have an 18 to 24 month run, huge run in real estate coming. So those of you that have held on or holding on, it's good for you, because you're going to reap the benefits. Let's see. I think this is a book. Get Acquainted with the Seven Figure You. Was that a book, Kelly? Get Acquainted with the Seven.
Um, no, he just said basically like take time in the evening to create an avatar of yourself and what that seven-figure person looks like, whether
Okay.
it's attraction or a mix of both or just production. And then develop 50 reasons you're a badass. Success is about progress, not perfection. So, all this stuff, a lot of this is, true for production or, it's true to it's just a business. I guess that's something to remember, it's just business in general. But yeah, that was from that. Yeah, it wasn't a book. It was just your belief system.
I remember now.
That's it.
That's it. Cool.
All right. All right. Chloe, what does Jeff have on the list? Because I know we had some stuff that Jeff wanted to cover. And since sometimes Jeff has to miss these due to meetings, I want to make sure that he covers his sections today.
Yeah. Well, we hadn't gone over your notes, Jeff, from the Arcadia Club Wealth event. If there was anything from that you wanted to touch on.
Oh gosh, that was where is that? Where are those notes? Gosh, I had a whole couple pages of stuff. Where did it go? Oh, no, that's not it. Well, that's, huh, well, go, what's the next thing while I'm looking for that?
iList cash offers you wanted to review.
iList, who's using iList?
I
Anyone?
was gonna try today. I have a listing that really needs to be sold and it's $1 million listing because they have a house in San Diego that they're purchasing with an
Right.
agent there. And I'm priced below market, but it is, $1 million. And I was thinking of trying the iList.
So do you have it or thinking, and you're thinking, oh, you don't even have
I
it
don't
yet?
have it. I'm not even sure how that works or if it's feasible for this property or not.
So we need to get a link to Kendra so she can get a tour, a demo of iList, okay? So let's make sure she gets that, but
You
I
can
mean, it,
put it in the chat, Chloe. The what we sent to Richard.
I'll put that right now.
and,
I think
and,
they sent a little link this morning to sign up for iList and you get like a 2-week free trial. Do you have to sign up for it or is it
Jeff?
something you would suggest for $1 million listing to try to get some offers on? Or are they
definitely,
all lowball
Absolutely,
offers
absolutely.
like
It's not
every other?
always lowball. It's not always lowball. So that's the thing.
yeah, I mean, the last couple I've had, Kendra, that were in the 1.5, 2 million range were, I mean, the seller's like, like, no, I mean, wasn't that bad at all. And there are several different options. But more importantly, I like to use it. It's because if I only have one offer on a property, it gets me into a multiple offer situation because it is a bona fide offer. It's not, just an offer that's not real. It's a real offer from a real person, a real investor. So I'm going to show you. I'll pull up iList. I'm probably gonna have Kelly or Chloe do it because they're better at doing it. They do it for me. Like if I have a
Oh yeah,
prop,
I'll let you drive.
like if I have a property, well, we could just use your property because I think it doesn't matter where it's at. It'll still work, right?
Well, no, you don't want to use that. You don't want because then it's going to create a cash offer thing. You don't want to go in there, Jeff, and do that.
You know?
No,
Hmm, okay.
unless you want to start getting cash offers, and then we're going to get a bunch of emails and phone calls.
Oh, is that how that works? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we'll just show over one of my cash offers. So go ahead and pull up the screen, Chloe, and let's show Kendra how it works and everybody else. I mean, this was for everybody, but Kendra has something that's pressing that she wants to do. So where are we going? Are we going to, what's the last one we did? Was it La Jolla?
No, it was your client, the referral in
Oh,
Ladera.
Have you ever actually had one of these people purchase one of the properties or no?
no, I haven't.
Well,
No, good.
close. We had a seller think about it, like really consider it. So yes, I would say it was pretty close.
So let's look at Winfield because that's the last one that we did. So basically all you do is you put in the information about the property and some photos. And then you just hit submit and go to offers and click on the offers right there. There you go. And then here's the offers. So you can see that their range. This house is worth about 2 million. And you can see the highest offer is the net offer is 1.8. So it comes in pretty close, but that's a fix it and list it, which is a little bit different because you basically do a joint venture with the buyer and you get to participate in the proceeds, right? And that's where the offer price, the 2.1 almost comes in. And then you can see on the left-hand column, you've got Easy Street, you've got Zoom Casa, Zoodealio, and Homeward. So everybody but Homeward put in an offer on this home. Oh, where did she go? There you are. So And then you can click on compare offers, Chloe. And then if you want to compare, like, just do the first two, Chloe. And then hit compare, and then now you can see the actual comparison with all the different costs that a seller would have to pay.
So when they submit the cash offers, and let's say that the seller wanted to accept one, is
Right.
it one of the deals that they're like, okay, now we're gonna view the home, and then they redo the whole offer again? Or do you
Yes,
know?
yes, I mean, it is, and that's normal, just even in the traditional world, right? Because this is a sight unseen offer, so yeah, it's going to change, and that's something that is good, because when you're doing a listing appointment with somebody and you say, hey, I can get you some cash offers, because a lot of people want to see a cash offer these days now. You can go in and you can show them, look, this is what it's going to be on the surface, and you're going to get offers from other cash buyers online, probably, instead of an agent that's going to come into their home like we are. And then we can explain that, hey, this is what their initial offer is, but they're going to come out, they're going to do an inspection and all these other things, and then your net's going to go down even lower. So yeah, I like the fact that that's what cash offers do, period, across the board. There's really no cash offer that's going to come in and offer you any of these numbers and then just close like that, right? Can you go down to the bottom, Chloe? Okay, so, okay, go back, just hit back. There is something, I'm trying to figure out where it is. Click on that X. Where is it? Where it is where you accept the offer? There's a place where you actually accept the offer. Kelly, do you know where that is?
You go, uh, you click on the actual offer.
There you go.
Around the
Accept.
bottom.
Yeah, so you can accept, reject, or counter. So you can even counter the cash offer. And when you do this, you can put the seller's email information and stuff, but you don't want to put that in there unless you want them to get the information with you, like simultaneously.
I
So
generally get cash offers. I mean, right when I list a property to begin with, they just seem to
yeah,
come in out of nowhere. And I did receive one cash offer, but of course it was really low and it's priced, it's actually a really good deal right now, but they need to get it sold as soon as possible. So I was
yeah.
thinking of putting it in the iList platform and seeing what comes
Oh,
back.
for an actual offer that you might accept. Yeah. Yeah, I would absolutely do that, because you've got, at least 3 or 4 different buyers that are going to send an offer. You can counter it. There's all kinds of different options. There's just a straight up cash offer. Here you go. There's a
Sure.
fix it. There's all kinds of options. And
So
Island does so many more things. So for the $90, whatever it is a month, it's a killer deal. What were you going to say,
So,
Kim?
so I have a question. So you've used it for a while and you've not really had success with it yet because they haven't, like, are you using it to actually sell the properties, or are you just using it as a listing tool when you go on listings? Because
Were you
if not
using
one of them have closed yet, I'm confused as
Well,
to
well,
what
well,
the
what
benefit would be.
Well, the benefit is one to get, well, it's not always to sell, right? It's a way to get into the door with a seller, but also bring them cash offers so they can see. When you have a property that's not moving, to be able to do that as well is super helpful, because we've had 2 clients so far that said that it was just not moving. So we said, let's run it through our cash offer system and see what cash offers we have. And then they reviewed, but then we ended up getting an offer and they ended up taking the traditional offer. So they were pretty close to take it. It just depends on the motivation as well. So
Yeah.
I hope that
And
Well, if
answers.
you guys are looking for a good deal here in Henderson, Kelly, I have
No, I'm not buying anything in Henderson, but I will make sure that if I know anyone to let you know.
yeah, send it to us. Is it a good investment opportunity? Because I think I heard $1 million. It is? You're muted. Is she talking to us? I think she is.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
actually is a really good deal.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a great deal. It's kind of an interesting floor plan and, but it's a great deal. The location's amazing. I'm priced below everybody else. So it is a really good deal.
Good. Well, I would definitely get even if it's not for this one, I would get a demo of iList because it does much more than there's so many different things it does that we utilize it for on a daily basis. I mean, the cash offers is just a very small piece of what we even log into iList for. So there's a lot of different opportunities and REO stuff too that it does. Anyway, all right, so that's that. Chloe, you can go ahead and stop sharing, and then let's see, okay, so the Club Wealth thing I'm gonna probably have to do next call. What else was there, Chloe? Sorry, I'm trying to close this darn thing there.
Oh, I was
The ISA.
thank you, Kelly. How to hire an ISA, training them, paying them.
Was that me or who's that?
That was supposed to be for you. You wanted to cover it. You told Chloe you wanted to cover it on the next call.
Oh, is the person on here that asked the question?
I don't remember who asked the question. Do you remember, Chloe?
I don't know, was it Jared? I think Jared's got an ISA. Or you're
Oh yeah,
hiring.
Jared, was it you?
I have one, but they're up and running.
Okay.
And how are you paying him?
I have an ISA who owns a VA outsourcing business. So she has a whole bunch of VAs and I'm paying her $9 an hour.
Oh, wow.
And it comes with the VAs. And I just determine what I want them to do and how many hours a week I want them to work. And I found them on Upwork.
How is that going so far? Like how's the ISA doing?
There was a little bit of we lost a little bit of time because I originally had bought them a RedX subscription for prospecting and they hated it. So it's going good. It just took a little while. I had to get them their own CRM that they preferred, their own lead source, their own phone numbers and dialers. So I lost a couple weeks getting them all set up, but now they're mining for gold and they're finding me good leads. So I think it's going to be a good thing.
Oh. All right. Well, there's your answer, Mr. Russell.
Yeah, that's great. Good. Maybe you
And
should be
I
Good.
and then I found what do you call it? Someone in Tom Trum's organization that has a VA company as well. So I'm working on that. So more to come on that for people that are interested in getting a virtual assistant. So I don't have the details yet, but I will get it for everyone.
So Jared, have you hired them through PH or is it you just found them on PH and you're doing something separate now?
Upwork.
I found them through Upwork, but I ended up hiring her outside of Upwork. So I'm paying her directly, but she's in Jamaica and then she's got VAs in, Philippines, Pakistan, wherever. And so I'm paying her company directly twice a month.
I see. And how many VAs are there that you that are working for you? Is it one or more? Because I heard them. That's why I asked.
Well, there's about 4 of them total doing different things. So she's got one assistant directly, and then they basically service her, and she just kind of takes care of whatever I want because she's got a whole network of VAs. So it's actually working out pretty good. And if I want to add anything on, she's got people to handle it. They'll just bill me for it, but it's cheap.
I see. And what are they doing for you?
Right now, prospecting mostly. They're on the phone about 5 hours a day.
And you say how many 5 hours a day?
They take turns, so they're usually 1 out of 3. I've got them. I had to alter some scripts for them, but they've got several different types of lead sources they're working, and then they send me over. Anytime they have a good conversation with somebody, they send it over to me, and then it's up to me to follow up. They also have the ability to schedule phone appointments. I just don't have them scheduling in-person appointments with me yet. because my
see.
schedule's a little too complicated at the moment.
Got it. Are you using Calendly?
No.
Why don't
Maybe-
you show that real quick? Because that was a big lesson learned from our coaching call last week, wasn't it?
Yeah, you want to show it, Kelly?
Nope.
No? Okay. Okay, I guess I'm showing it. Let's
I would
see.
like you to show it because it's good practice for you because we're going to be hiring some ISAs. So
So here's where my ISAs go. You see it's a seller strategy session. It's 1 hour. So basically, I've got a pretty hectic schedule, as you can imagine, too. Like if I look at today, go away. I look at today, like I've got everything's filled in. But what I do is, I unless it's something where I have to be there, like let's see, let me go to a different day. Here's a good one. So ADR Mastermind. That I have that as busy. So when the VA looks at my Calendly link, that's not going to be available. All of this is not going to be available because it's all solid lines. This right here, where it's serrated, that I'm available because it means tentative. If I go to the next day, it's not a good day. Let's go to. So my schedule is so crazy. Hang on. I go down
but I
here.
think what's really big
Oh.
on this, and this is for everyone on the call and anyone that wants to schedule, have someone have an ISA, is have everything tentative unless there's money behind it. So, and respect your schedule. Like your schedule, your appointments start after whatever time, but you set that, right? So use your morning to prospect unless the seller absolutely can't meet in the afternoon, right? But before we were saying, is 2 o'clock today or 4 o'clock work for you tomorrow? But then we were getting 100 appointments all at once, and then it just wasn't working. And we learned from our coach that no, you need to be using your Calendly 100% of the time. So Chloe, that's just a task for you. Make sure all of his appointments, unless there's money behind it in the afternoon, is tentative. Okay.
So
Uh,
Jared, back to my Calendly. So all my ISA has is this link right here, right? So they can go in any day or night of the week and they can see my schedule. They need to see what's on it because it's messy, right? It's like there's a lot of stuff on it. They don't need to. ISAs, VAs, they don't make decisions. They're task oriented. So they know that on the 18th tomorrow, I have these times available. Each one of these slots are 1 hour slots, right? On the 20th, that's all I have available. Saturday, I've got these times available, like all day, right? Sunday, probably the same thing, all day. Monday, I don't have anything available. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. 27th, I have this available. So Calendly is awesome. Like it is a lifesaver, and it makes it so easy for your ISAs to schedule. So like let's say this is the time, they just go in, they put the name, email at the property. EXP office, by the way, EXP office is the closest office to that listing, right? Because I sometimes will drive an hour to go on a listing appointment. And when that seller asks me, where's your office? I don't say it's in Huntington Beach. I say it's wherever the closest Regis is. Not disingenuous because EXP is partnership with Regis and that is my office. So at EXP office or Zoom, right? Because it could be an out-of-state person that wants to sell their investment property here in California or whatever. So those are their options. And then that's it. And then what it does is you can set up reminders. So it reminds you and or the person you're meeting with twice a day for the, up to the appointment. It could email, it can do all these things. And there's a free account for Calendly that does most everything. And then there's a paid account like mine, which, you can go really crazy on. But I would definitely check that out.
Yeah, I
Last-
like that idea. I'm just I'm not there yet. I'm slowly giving up control of stuff, but it's going to take me a while. I've been a one-man show for a long time, and my
Yeah.
schedule is we'll get there.
But remember, you're completely in control of that schedule. Like everything you do in your calendar, whether it be Google or Microsoft, that you have complete control. So
Yeah, I have a feeling that the times that I'm going to leave open on it for them to dictate are probably not going to be the times that clients are going to want to meet, but we'll
yeah,
see. Yeah.
yeah,
I got to
yeah,
find the
yeah.
leads, and once I get enough leads, then we'll figure out a way to make the system run a little smoother.
Got it. Okay, cool.
But
All right.
I appreciate your help.
No worries. Yeah. And since we only have 8 or 9 minutes left, I probably should have asked this earlier in the call, but does anybody have any needs or challenges? I know we addressed Kendra yours, but do you have any more or anybody else? Latanya, Latanya was she on earlier? Because she was at
You was?
Hi, I'm here.
You were at Cabo? How did
I
you
know.
not know this?
I saw Jeff. I didn't get a chance to see you.
Oh my gosh. And why weren't you on the WhatsApp chat? Jeff,
Oh,
you saw her and you didn't tell me?
he
I
probably
kick
did
your
tell you.
butt.
I said I saw her in the elevator. I met her son.
Yeah, but why didn't you? Oh, was I paying? Did I
No,
acknowledge
listen.
you?
It was a lot going on. There was so much information. And I had my family with me, I had my husband with me and my son.
That's okay.
And I know. And but I definitely, it was so much information that I literally took some time to myself just to try to digest it. They actually had dinner without me and, did some things without me because I was like, there's so much good information. I really enjoyed it. I didn't get there the first day or so, but I feel like I got everything that I was supposed to get. And I know that we were sharing information, but it's almost like you really had to be there with the energy, the excitement, and everything. But I can definitely share a couple of nuggets that I got if we have
Yeah,
time.
please do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, one of the things that I loved, fulfillment is the only thing worth chasing. That was really big for me. I know Tony Robbins talks about fulfillment a lot. And that was really good because, we chase a lot of things, but if it doesn't fulfill you, it'll all just kind of fade away quickly. The other thing, and that, let's see, action takers are money makers.
Yeah, that's good.
I was like, oh my God, yes, that is huge because we have so much information. And I think that's one of the things I was, that I'm not going to say I'm struggling with, but EXP has so many things to offer us. So it's like when you first start, it's like, oh my God, I got to just get through the back office. I have to understand all of these things. We have all of these tools, how do I best use it to, suit what I need for my business? But I will tell you, our group is tremendous. I was actually interviewed by someone there, which I thought was really great. He's an agent, and I have to find his name, Jeff, because I mentioned you and Kelly to him. He actually had a portable, he had a little tripod, and he was actually interviewing agents there, asking them why they joined EXP. So he was actually getting like some recruiting videos to help his business.
Great idea.
And I
That's
thought
awesome.
it was so unique that he did that, but he actually did the video, he edited it, and he sent it to me the same day. And we did that on Saturday. Did we do that on, I want to say Saturday? Yes,
That's
we did.
awesome.
Yeah, it was so awesome that he did that. And I'll actually send it out. It was really good. But one of the things, his name is Greg Prete, Prete. He's in Southern California.
Sounds familiar. Okay.
I know, and it was so good. And one of the things we talked about was revenue share, profit share, the difference. And I told him, I said, well, let me just tell you this. In December, I got a check for revenue share, and it had a comma in it. And I was once told by a millionaire, any check you get with a comma is a good check.
Absolutely.
That is so awesome.
Yeah, so I just told him about my experience since I've been here in June and about our group and all the tools and everything that we have. So I think when you go to a big event like that, I really appreciate what you guys have offered us as a group and the leadership, and all the masterminds and just being there for us. I really appreciate it because I know everybody, they don't have that. So I just wanted to just say, I hope everybody can come out next year because I'm definitely going. They put the dates out, the March 3rd through the 7th. for
Oh,
next year,
really?
but don't miss it, guys. It was absolutely amazing. The speakers, it was just amazing. It's hard to describe it. You just had to be there.
Yeah, agreed. I just hope it's not during NADP because those are the dates that NADP is. So that's going to be a difficult one for us REO people. But real quick, I wanted to thank you, Latanya, because you just triggered my memory. Uh, Huddles. Invite outside agents to our huddles, guys. It's open to people. Invite them. Invite them, invite them, invite them. I talked to so many agents that were like, you do all that for your organization, like with an ugly face. Like they were like,
Well,
huh? Like you do all that every day? I'm like, yeah. So when we're gone, like for example, Cabo, we have Chloe run it and they're like, what? Like totally just like out of their mind, like blew their minds that we do that much for our org. And um, yeah,
yeah, it's like we love doing it. And they're like, wow, I can't believe that. That's incredible. So
yeah,
so that's a great attraction tool for all of us, right? To use and invite people in because you may not know what to I hear a lot of, oh, I don't know what to say to them or how to, get them to a meeting. Just invite them to our huddles, right? Because I mean, and and make sure that, when you invite them, if you can, have a question that you can have a hard question for us, right? That we can answer there live because that's going to really show that all the things that we do and are willing to do for agents, um, and how much we love to do it. So
yeah.
anyway, well, it's almost 2:30. So I want to thank you all for being here and thank you for showing your video, those of you that did, and those of you who didn't, I understand that as well. But it's much easier to talk to faces than black screens. So thank you to all of you.
Yep.
And
Thank you.
have
Thank you.
a week.
Bye, guys. Oh,
Kendra, if you need help with
motivational
that.
thought.
Thank you.
Motivational
Oh,
thought.
motivational thought. Sorry, motivational thought. Sorry, who's got it? But before you do that, Kendra, if you have any more questions, Eyelist, please reach out. I'd love to help you with anything I can. Okay. All
Thank
right.
you.
Motivational thought. You're welcome.
Hold on. Where's my notes? Give me a minute. It's funny, Jeff. Every desert, and that's all I got on that one too.
That's weird. We put the same thing.
um, um, you don't have energy, you generate energy. And I know Jeff said that earlier, but that was really a strong one. And Branko gave us a ton. Like he literally like preached to us with all these quotes for a good almost hour. And I think that I like that one. So you don't have energy, you generate energy.
Nice. All right. Bye, everyone. Have a great week.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, Chloe, anything for me?